Hey everybody. So I haven't done a video in a long time, and yeah, so the holidays, I went and spent time with my family, and I pretty much just stayed at my parents' house for a lot longer than I was expecting to, a lot longer than I wanted to, but yeah, so I'm back in my car, and I wanted to talk about the importance of facing your fears. This is probably going to be super cliche and weird, but just wanted to share my experience because I realized, oh crap, I'm about to sneeze. I've realized that I have been avoiding my fears. So, what I mean, or to be specific, I have never really felt confident in my ability to be a freelancer, right? So instead, I didn't really want to get a job because getting a job would prevent me from doing what I want to do, which is travel, right? Unless I could get a remote job, but that's super competitive. But the point is like I knew and I've known that I should be freelancing. And I was thinking about this like 6, 7 months ago, and I've not been doing it. And really, I could have gotten a job a long time ago, but I didn't. And it's because, well, partly because I was afraid of it, and um, and also because I wanted to work on my startup. I wanted, I want to eventually be making money off of a product or like a membership program instead of trading my time for money. I want to build a product and be able to help more people that way. Because, even if I'm making $150 an hour, there's still only so much you can make by trading your time for money. Or, yeah, by trading your time for money by providing a service in like contracting work or whatever. So, I've ended up just doing everything I could to not freelance. I wanted to skip the part where I'm freelancing and just go straight to the product or the membership program, right? And this is the reason why I'm still living in my car. And it's just totally ridiculous that I'm in this position, but it is what it is. I've definitely learned my lesson, but I would prefer to be at least have my van right now, and I've been programming for a while, so I should be able to work remotely and be freelancing and traveling, um, but I'm not because I've always avoided freelancing. And I think that's probably why my startup hasn't taken off as well as quickly as I wanted it to, because I don't really have the experience with the programming. So I definitely think it's really important that you face your fears, whatever that fear is. You just have to go after it and face it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to talk about something else, but I kind of forgot. Um, yeah, like, okay, yes, and so another thing is I don't feel like it's totally 100% honest in my position, because my startup revolves around teaching people to code, right? And I know how to code. I can build products and do whatever I want with the code, but it's probably not the best code. Um, but the code that I teach, I make sure, I make sure that I have it good before I send it out. But I don't think it's totally intellectually honest if I haven't been programming myself, so it's sort of like you got to practice what you preach. And I think the best way to do that is to freelance. So I can do freelancing and teaching people how to code so they can become freelancers themselves or whatever. And that's the whole idea, because I want to help people, uh, you know, accomplish their goals, whether that's, start a startup or just freelance and travel the world. I want to be able to help people to do that, but I have to do it myself first. That only makes sense. Um, So, I mean, I've taught some basic stuff. I've been working on my website and tutorials and everything, and I've got that all good. But I haven't. Now I'm at the point where I have to freelance, and it's a really good feeling, and I feel good about it. Um, but also, I think another thing that's important about the freelancing is that what if my startup never takes off, or what if I need to totally change the idea and pivot or whatever? Well, all this time I could have been making money and traveling, but if I focused 100% on the startup, then maybe I'm totally wasting my time. But at least if I have the freelancing business, is sort of like, not really like a fallback, but it's helping me live the life that I want to live for the most part, while I'm working on the startup. And at least I can be making money and traveling. Because right now I haven't been freelancing, so I really haven't been traveling. But once I build up the freelancing business, then I have the ability to travel as well. So pretty much what I'm saying is I'm going to be focusing on freelancing, and I have no excuse to not do that. But so I'm pretty excited at this point. I'm really excited to have a van, which I'll be able to afford. Um, and another thing is, like, with freelancing, there are people that are making 100, 120 or more per hour. So that in itself, I mean, yeah, you're still trading time for money, but that's a pretty good deal. I mean, that's a pretty good job, especially because I get to make that much eventually, and work anywhere. So that's like the best job in the world, right? And then I also have the opportunity to build a product or build a startup that would hopefully take off, and eventually I won't even have to do the freelancing. So but it's like a fallback. It's a really good first step. It's like a ladder that you climb up. You're creating your own ladder, but I think freelancing is the first step, especially for me, because traveling is important to me, so I can get to that much quicker. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to get a van and be able to buy food. Oh, I love food, and I'll be able to sleep better because I'll have a van, and I'll be able to go snowboarding and all that kind of stuff. And all this stuff I've been putting off because I've been focused so intensely on the startup portion of it, when I should have really been focusing on getting off the ground. And I think that's the hardest part of a business, is getting started, getting off the ground. Once you get off the ground, you're good to go. You can, work on making it better, but at least you're making something. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. Face your fears. Just go for it. Don't be afraid. And that's what I'm doing. So hopefully I'll be making the buku bucks pretty soon, or at least enough to travel and buy healthy food and all that kind of stuff, because I haven't been working out or anything. Just been a lazy slob. So gotta get that money to live the life you want to live. And you want to take a look at my scenery. This is it. Yeah. So, yep, face your fears. And yep, that's it. Talk to you soon. Have a good day.